What's up, y'all? It's your boy P.rich, and today I'm getting high as fuck, as always, and I'm giving you my top 5 favorite animes of all time. So before we get into the list, I'm gonna give y'all the criteria that I use to kind of come up with the list, and then we're gonna jump right into it, starting from 5, working our way up to number 1. The first thing that I took into consideration when coming up with this list was story. Is it a good story? Does it draw you in right away? Is it something to where maybe you had to have read the manga to understand? Is it relatable, believable? Story is very important. The next thing that I used to come up with this list was characters. Are the characters likable? Is it an anime to where maybe I only like 1 or 2 characters? How are the bad guys? Are the bad guys cool? Is it one bad guy? Is it an organization or a group that the good guy is going against? Is there any like major arc? Maybe one of the characters starts off bad and ends up good, or vice versa. So characters is another one. Pacing is the third factor that I used. Like, I don't really like animes that give you too much too soon. I kind of like to work for it, and I like payoffs, but I don't like animes to where it takes 300 episodes for it to actually get good. Sorry, Boruto. So that's the third thing. And the last thing that I used was style. What's the overall style of it? You know, what do the fight scenes look like? How is the story told? Is it told through flashbacks? What's the soundtrack like? How does it sound? You know? So overall style is the last thing that I use to come up with this list. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5 on my list is Attack on Titan. It's pretty dope. I was kind of on the edge. It was either this anime or another one that I was kind of leaning towards, and I'll probably mention it like later on in this video. But I chose Attack on Titan because from the first episode, it's really easy to get into. It kind of pulls you in. They do a really great job of world building. And it had a really great cultural impact as far as pop culture. I mean, even people who didn't fuck with anime was watching the first season of Attack on Titan, you know? And season two for me was kind of but season 3 definitely made up for it and kind of tied everything together. Like I said, overall it's a great anime. If you're new to watching anime, I definitely recommend that you watch it. What was number 4? Number 4 on my list is My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is one of the first animes that I actually started watching. It's really dope. Again, it's really easy to get into. It's one of those things to where the good guy kind of starts off, my nigga Deku. This nigga's trash. He doesn't really have a quirk. He doesn't really have any powers. And he has this like fascination with All Might, who is his favorite hero. And he actually, through some crazy circumstances, gets to meet All Might, and then All Might actually gives him his powers. It's really dope. It's actually still airing. They're doing new episodes even today. Really dope. Great. Not really so much of a good job as world building as other animes, but it's still a believable world where everybody has superpowers, or at least most people have superpowers. So again, I mean, if you're kind of new to anime, this is kind of fun. They kind of have everything from great fight scenes, but not too much fight scenes, to kind of like, not really slice of life, but just a good job of like incorporating like some teenage angst and different scenarios. The characters are really good. Overall, good anime. Number 3 on my list is Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is one of those classic animes that, even though it came out a while back, it's still better animated than a lot of animes that are out today. And you can watch Spike and his crew travel and, you know, go through different adventures. He has an arch rival named Vicious, who, as you watch the story progress, you get to see some of their background. And it's one of those animes that kind of start off where in the here and now, where the characters are following them in their adventures, but throughout the series, you kind of get a lot of the backstory as to what happened and a lot of the context, and it's just really good. So again, style is what ultimately landed Cowboy Bebop at number 3, because I mean, musically, one of the best soundtracks, I think. Again, my number 2 on the list is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the anime that many of us actually grew up watching. And it follows the story of Goku, who is a Saiyan living on Earth, but he doesn't know that he's a Saiyan until his brother Raditz comes and lets him know and tries to kidnap his son. And, you know, from there, you just watch Goku go through different arcs, and the Namek arc and the androids and the Cell Saga. And you watch not just Goku, but all the characters. You watch them evolve. Some of them you watch them devolve, like Yamcha and Tien and, you know, the rest of the Z fighters, who are pretty much ass. Everybody but the Saiyans. And yeah, I mean, it's just like really dope. Dragon Ball Z, as far as style-wise, it's like one of those pioneering animes to where their fight scenes are just classic, just legendary, with the super fast motion of the punches and kicks, to where, you know, it just looks like a blur. The big beam battles with the Kamehameha wave and the Gallic gun and all that shit. Like I said, it's just a really dope anime. Again, I would definitely recommend it. My number 1 favorite anime of all time is Naruto Shippuden. Shippuden is one of those animes, I think, that it kind of hits on all cylinders of the criteria that I used to come up with the list, which makes it number 1. Looking at the characters, I like all the characters. There's certainly a wide range of characters. There's somebody for everybody. If you're not a Naruto fan, you're a Sasuke fan. If you're not a Sasuke fan, then, you know, you're probably a Rock Lee fan, or a Guy Sensei fan, or a Kakashi Sensei fan. You know what I mean? There's somebody for everybody. The development is amazing. You watch these characters go through different things and evolve, and, you know, go through different phases. Like Sasuke starts off a good guy and ends up a bad guy and ends up a good guy again. You know what I mean? And Orochimaru starts off as a bad guy and is a bad guy throughout most of the series, but by the end of the series, it's not so much so. So, I mean, again, it definitely does a really great job of world building, of anticipation. Fight scenes, again, are really amazing. They have some of the best fight scenes in anime, in my opinion, just because a lot of them are so technical. Like, it's not so much like Dragon Ball Z, where this guy is powered up more than this guy and you know he's gonna win. It's pretty much anybody can win at any time, depending on what the circumstances are. Like, did the guy just get into a fight before this fight and he's worn out and his chakra's low, or, you know, is it where they're fighting at? Like, are they fighting in a cave? Are they fighting where, you know, their jutsu is more fitted for flight? Or, you know, just depends. So it's a very technical anime. Great job of storytelling. Great fights. The music is amazing. The bad guys are amazing. The Akatsuki, again, my favorite bad guy organization of all time. Itachi, Uchiha, enough said. It's just an overall dope anime. That's it. That's my list. All 5 animes. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Tell me what your top 5 animes of all time are, and let me know why. So again, it's your boy P.rich, BadTrip Productions. Until next time, y'all.